rating things out of 10, rating things out of 5 stars is way more confusing than it has any right to be, and I would like to show you something. I'd like to introduce you to somebody that I discovered a few days ago that didn't single-handedly inspire this video, but was a huge motivating factor to go ahead and make this video as soon as I'm making it. You know, this guy's name is Stefano. Please say hello to Stefano Caselli. I've got the page up. Sorry if I'm not looking right at the camera. You should be able to see on the green screen behind me, Stefano Caselli, a Letterboxd page. I actually discovered this guy through Backloggd. I found a review of his that was alarmingly low for a game called Eclipsium. Gives it 1.5 stars and then says in the review 6.5 out of 10. Now I see this and I go, that doesn't correlate. So we gotta investigate. It's so good. So it's a positive review, and he's reviewing things pretty elegantly. Like like ultimately this guy's like, you know, he's about this life, Stefano. All of his reviews are like 1 star, 0.5 star, 1.5 star. If you're lucky, you're getting 2 stars. And yet, like, a lot of these reviews are fairly positive, and I'm just there like, what is going on? And then I go on his page and I see how he rates things is outlined here. 5 star means 10 out of 10. 4 star means 9 out of 10, 3 star means 8 out of 10, 2 star means 7 out of 10, and 1 star means 6 out of 10. 0.5 star means below 6 out of 10. I mean, look, I find this incredibly frustrating. At first glance, it looks like it takes a lot to impress this gentleman. It's pretty rare this guy is like loving a video game. I mean, I'll give him some respect for for the favorite games. So you got a few kudos there, you know, on my part. But I'm finding this really annoying. You know, it's like, why is it so? Why are you going through about this like this way? Why? 5 is just 10 divided by fucking 2, bro. You can do 6 out of 10 by doing 3 stars. That is the same as, you know what I mean? Like, why are we doing like extra steps here? It's just really weird. And he has a Letterboxd as well. Love exposures. Favorite fucking films? Of course it is. Of course it is. And yeah, it's the same shit. It's the exact same shit. Everything is really low. It just looks like he hates everything. But he doesn't actually. He's dropping hearts and it's just like, what the hell are we... What is this, bro? Last year, I made a great decision and I joined a film club. Filmfluencing. Shout out to Chiati, Cody, Fernando, Daniel, Faith, Donatello, Naomi, fucking Sharon, fucking Ryan, Devin. Like the amount of people I could fucking keep this going. Ben... Harneet, like, dude, there are so many great people I met. Honestly, I could really be sat here for like 5 minutes listing names of people you don't know that I love. Shout out to that film club. I go all the time. I meet new people all the time, and they're all film geeks, and we share our letterboxes, and then there's a group chat and blah blah blah. And quite often people will share things like, "Oh, that was so shit. That was awful," and then the Letterboxd rating is 3 stars. I'm like, you said it was awful. You gave it 3 stars. That means it's good. Even like a 4 star, they'll be like, it's whatever, it's alright. 4 stars. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? What's happening here, man? Here's how I go about my shit, because I don't get how other people do it. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't understand what the metric is at all for you motherfuckers sometimes, man. Giving the people free will and how they rate things has led to some damn confusion. People have like their own rating systems, and what somebody, basically the general gist is what somebody else determines as a 4 star might mean something totally different to another person who's also given it a 4 star. They might be operating on 2 very different metrics in their mind, you know? When I give something a 4 star, I'm pretty in love with it. Oh, like my old fucking student, oh my god, he would piss me off sometimes because he'd be like, it's only a 4. It's something he would always say, it's only a 4. I'm like, what do you mean it's a 4? That means you thought it was great. What are you talking about? Anyway, here's my video. I'm going to go over exactly what I mean when I give each one of my individual ratings. I always personally default to out of 10 ratings. That's become a little bit rarer in the wake of Rate Your Music and Letterboxd, you know, given that they operate on a 5-star, you know, thing. You know, in fact, actually, that old student I was talking about, he didn't like 0.5 star. Like, that was something he wasn't into. Like, the halfway points. He would only do the 1 star, 2 star, 3 star. Like, on Letterboxd, none of his ratings are like 3.5, 2.5. You know, everyone has their own kind of just preferred way of doing it. But me being someone who defaults to out of 10, the halfway points, like, I feel like I would struggle if I didn't have that option, basically. I'm rambling. Because I don't know, this is interesting. This is just interesting to me. I guess when you're me and you share your opinion online about shit and you engage in all these websites with people rating stuff, like you think about this. This becomes something you take weirdly seriously. Allow me to articulate what every rating of mine means. So first off, we got 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10, if I were to put it into words, it's one of those things that could make me fall out of love with the entire medium. 1 out of 10 is like, this fucking made me miserable. Like, it's beyond just like this isn't very good. It's like, I feel worse because I've engaged with this thing. An example of a 1 out of 10 for me would be Lamb. I thought that film was truly like bottom of the barrel shit. And that is an example of it being purely on a level of like taste. Like this film's not like standing for anything heinous necessarily. Its decision making as a film is everything I dislike, you know, without going into the specifics. But yeah, like something like, I don't know, Tom McDonald's album, I don't fucking know, some shit like that would probably get like a 1 out of 10, because it's like, I hate that this exists. Like, it's a shame that this is a real thing. That's kind of where we're at with 1 out of 10. That's as low. I don't do like 0 out of 10. That's not like a thing I do. I don't believe in that. 2 out of 10 is a little bit more nuanced. 2 out of 10 means, you know, I'm upset that I saw it, but I'll accept its existence. Like, like The Life of Chuck. I can accept that film exists, okay? Like, you know, it moved a lot of other people. Not that that should factor into your ratings. Like, I don't believe in objectivity. Because I know a lot of people who are like, oh yeah, I hated it, but I gave it like 4 stars because like it was good. Like, it was well made, but I thought it was so shit. Fuck that. If you did not like the movie, give it a low score. If you loved the movie, even though it was made like kind of shoddy, nah, you loved the movie. That's how I personally do that. So yeah, in line with that, a 2 out of 10 for me is like, I look at the surrounding factors that resulted in this product as the outcome, and I go, cool, fair enough. Think you messed it up though. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, Parthenope, another recent 1 star. Very pervy movie, very awkwardly written movie. Sometimes looks really hideous, sometimes looks really pretty. Stupid Gary Oldman performance. Like, this film just was miserable. By the end of it, I was like, that was a waste of my fucking life. It's just not like peak offensively horrible. That's where the 1 out of 10 gets reserved for. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 to me means like noticeably quite bad. You know, not like day ruining bad, but it's like, what the hell? How did this happen? This is awful. Like, you can get worse, but it's just like 3 out of 10 is like an embarrassing level of like, you fucked this one up a lot. Like, this has missed the mark. Like, the mark that I have interpreted that you're trying to hit has been completely missed. That's where I'm at with a 3 out of 10. There's a game I played called Hellskate. It's like a skating game that's also trying to be like a hack and slash. It's just shooting for too much, and it's going for like super cool points, but mechanically it is an absolute nightmare to play. Frames were dropping. Like, it was just like, what the hell is this? You made an effort again. Like, it's an idea that no one's thought of, and I've engaged with something intellectually that's stimulating enough for it to not quite ruin my day, but I'm still just like, I'm not exactly thrilled with the time I spent with it. You know, that's where we're at with a 3 out of 10. 4 out of 10. Okay, 4 out of 10 is simply put, ultimately this is not for me. I did not enjoy this. I don't feel like I have gained anything from what I've engaged with. Some recent 4s that I had to kind of like wrestle with in my head were Hamnet and Train Dreams. By the end of them, I didn't really feel like I had gained anything. I had a bad time watching them. I spent a good chunk of the runtimes for both of those films being like, I should have watched something else, man. This is just not for me. Even though there were plenty of things to praise about both of those films, cinematography and Train Dreams and Hamnet is outstanding, you know? Jessie Buckley, fucking incredible performance. Like, what the hell did Jessie have to like unlock in her mind to deliver that? Like, I'm terrified for her, genuinely. I guess like with those films, it was more to do with the way the script and the filmmaking was communicating the ideas it was going for that didn't really move me. Like, I thought Hamnet was really shooting for the tears, like a little too explicitly for my liking. I found the ending fucking hilarious. I was like, are you kidding me, man? But the point is, a lot of the time a 4 out of 10 is just like an acceptance that this is not for me. That's really what that is. Like, 3 out of 10 is when it goes beyond that, and it's like, okay, this is a bad fucking time. Like, this is awful. Most of the time I have like a decent amount of respect for a 4 out of 10. 5 out of 10 is the most frustrating one to give, because it's like, yeah, it's bang in the middle, which means just as much I liked as much as I didn't like, I guess. But at the end of the day, there's no way to like weigh it up. I'm not someone that goes into like the metrics. Like, I would give the cinematography a 9, but the acting like a 3, and the directing like a 5. So overall, give it like a 5. That's not how I'm doing it. So again, it's purely off of feeling. I hate that shit. Whenever I see like on TikTok, like album review for the new A$AP Rocky, Don't Be Dumb. This song was an 8. This song was a 9. This song was this. Overall, 7.5. It's like, I hate that. Not what it's about, bro. It's not maths, man. I could have an album where I would give like every song individually, maybe a 6, 7. But the overall album, what it culminates to as a whole, the overall image, the identity of the entire product, what it's kind of saying about the artist's frame of mind in this era of their life. It's just very uniform, and it works cohesively together as an album. So I would give that album like an 8 or a 9 even, you know? So, because it's a feeling. Again, there's no like fucking way to quantify it. I guess the best way I can sum up a 5 is that I did feel something, but the execution of the vision wasn't enough to make me go like, yeah, that's it. I felt the vision. Like, I saw the vision, but I didn't feel the vision. I saw the moving parts that achieved what you were going for, and I can see how you have succeeded in achieving it, but for whatever reason, it didn't like light a fire in my soul in any way. 6 out of 10. There are 2 types of 6 out of 10. I think a lot of the, for me at least, and I think a lot of the determining reason for why something would land in either one of these 2 camps depends on what I was expecting going into it. There's it was a 6, it was good. And then there was like, it was like a 6. Like, there's like 2 types. 6 is an awkward one. I overall believe I do speak pretty positively about my 6 out of 10 films and albums and stuff. Overall, a 6 to me is me saying, I'm glad I spent time with this. I don't regret a second of my time spent with this thing. Overall, it was a positive experience for me. A 6 to me is like, yeah, you've passed the threshold of me saying like, I'm glad I engaged with this thing. Frankenstein is a good recent example. The Guillermo del Toro movie. There was a lot about the movie I didn't think worked at all. Oscar Isaac's performance didn't work for me. The script was very on the nose. Cinematography, the camera work was distracting and didn't really do justice to the amazing set work and the interiors and the incredible stuff in the frame. However, overall it did win me over. Guillermo del Toro is really earnest in like the performances from Mia Goth and especially Jacob Elordi. There was plenty I was like, you know what? The overall experience, it has made me feel pretty good. I do like this film. I think it is a good film. When it was all said and done, I looked back and I was like, you know what? No, there was something to it. Landed on a 6. Sometimes though, you go into some shit like, let's go, and it's like, it wasn't bad. I'm glad I saw it. It was good. I wanted more. That's when you get those 6s that you sort of shrug off. 7 out of 10. I love a 7 out of 10, bro. So I have an endearing soft spot for a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10 is when I'm leaving particularly smiley. I guess similar to a 6, like there are things holding it back or whatever, but I'm glad that I liked it enough for those things to not weigh it down. Caught Stealing's a nice 7 out of 10, I think. I don't think Caught Stealing's doing anything too revolutionary. It's not like incredible to me. It's pretty derivative and pulling from Scorsese, Guy Ritchie, but it's having so much fun with it. It's just such a playful movie. It's nice to see Darren Aronofsky just like chill a little. Just have some fucking fun with it. And as just like a romp, it's just very precisely directed. It's fast paced. It's got good laughs, good performances. It looks great. It's so meticulous with its set design and its recreation of its time period and shit like that. It's like, okay, this is a good ass time. It's a good time. It's like a really noticeably good time, like a better than average time. It might not have reignited my soul, but I had fun. I had like a surprising amount of fun. Like a high 6, low 7, that's the threshold where if somebody else is talking shit about it, I'm willing to go into the battlefield and join the defense team. I'd be like, nah, that was good. Come on. 8 out of 10. That means it's amazing. Like this is good shit. That means it's crossed the threshold into being like, yeah, I love it. That's like, I think a bit more of a truth in the music world. As someone that engages in a lot of different communities and online discourse for movies, games, and music, it's literally only music where it's like unanimous that 8 out of 10 means it's amazing. Like a fantastic, great thing. That's not the case in gaming. Gaming especially, 8 out of 10 is like a slur. It was alright. It was like an 8 out of 10. Like, it's like bro, this has been the case for years, man. Like, I feel like if IGN or if the reviews, the Metacritic score, if it's like an 82, it's considered like a skip, flop. Who needs it? You need to get like 90 or higher for people to think like, oh, it's like, oh, yo, we you know, it's good. Like, it's really like 9 or higher is the only fucking rating that means anything to a lot of gamers. It's so weird. And movies, it's kind of all over the place, from what I can tell, at least, from what I've observed. But yeah, music, in the music scene, if you get an 8, it's like, oh, it's an 8? Oh, I gotta try it. Fuck. That means it's really good. You know, it's like a endorsement of the thing. And that's how I see it. 8 out of 10 means it's crossed that threshold of being like, that was fucking great. Like, Die My Love, when I walked out of that, I was like, that was a really good, like, rare level of quality. That was a great movie. Pillion, same thing. I left that like, yeah, no notes. Loved it. Awesome time. For me, Clair Obscur was an 8 out of 10. It was like, yeah, cool. Very few problems, if any at all. It was great. It was fantastic. 9 out of 10. To me, there's not actually a huge amount of difference between 8 and 9. It's just 9 is just like a personal feeling. There's a lot of 9s of mine that I could absolutely see the argument for them being worse than the 8s I've given. Like, say, I don't know, like, I'm just giving recent examples because they're fresh in my head. Friendship. That's a film I gave a 9. I could totally see why it's not as good as plenty of the 8s that I've given, you know? That film's sense of humor is very similar to my sense of humor. That film's exploration of male friendships is uncomfortable and interesting. I think about the moving parts, I'm like, yeah, I fucking love it. It's such a great movie. Like, that's like I get like a personal little like jitter when I think about it. That's 9 out of 10. I would call plenty of my 9 out of 10s. Not all of them, but plenty of them, like, these are masterpieces. They just executed everything they were going for to a level that's just like astronomical. But 10 out of 10s, to me, what a 5-star means is all-time favorite. 5-star to me means you look at everything you've ever experienced and you're like, that is in a separate, rare collective bunch at the very top on the throne as one of the best ever. That's what I think 5-star means. Anything I've ever given a 5-star or a 10 out of 10, that's me saying this is one of my all-time absolute favorites. This is one of my babies. This is one of my absolute, like, this is like a defining thing in my taste, you know? Marty Supreme, I have seen the film 6 times in cinemas, dude. You don't do that if you don't fucking love it, okay? That was a awful first watch. I'm like, this is one of the best things I've ever seen. And generally, I would say, you know, I said 8 and 9, there's not much difference, but 8, 9, and 10 in general are all kind of like, in my mind at least, they're kind of together. These are all the awesome things. Sometimes films just sort of climb up, like Spring Breakers really climbed up with time, and the more I sat with it, I'm like, I actually think it's one of the best films ever made. It just gets me. Short Term 12, man, like that's a film that I could totally see somebody watching that and being like, it's a really good movie, like it's cool, like it's not being like too mind-blowing, but it just means the fucking world to me, that movie. I have to give it a 10. It's my child. There is a me before Short Term 12 and a me after Short Term 12. Probably the only film I can confidently say has like massively changed my life. Had a really profound effect on me, that one. I watched it like the exact right time. I always think about as well, like certain albums or games, when if you played them at the wrong time, would you give them that high of a score? Probably not. You know, you change all the time, you go through things, and films speak to you at different times. I think quite a lot of us, to be honest, our favorite thing ever, had we just discovered it today or yesterday, who knows? You know, we're a different person now than we were when we discovered it. So it's very possible that some of the things I've given like a 6 in a different timeline, if I checked it out right now or yesterday, maybe I'm in a different headspace that I could receive it a bit more like directly, and I could understand it, and it would just click more. Everything. It's all so like subjective to these factors, and I think that's really cool. And I think more reviews should be embracing of that. I think viewing reviews as a way to like determine which ones are good and which ones are bad is inherently flawed. I think you got to see reviews as just a personal experience, and when they all align and everyone's having great personal experiences with it, it's like, oh, this is a great movie, blah blah blah, like One Battle After Another or Marty Supreme, these films that have really great reviews. The reason it means something is because it's like, oh, all of these critics, all of these people that have seen loads of movies and they do this for a living, they're having these amazing experiences with this film. There's clearly something to this film. There is a potential for the film to really hit that level that is higher than average, seemingly, on a statistical level. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to love the movie, that you have to love the movie. You know, it doesn't mean it's a good movie. What that means to you is going to be different to everybody. But yeah, I thought I'd make a video just going over how I rate things, because yeah, recently I've been having fucking trouble with that. I'm having trouble understanding like this Stefano guy. I'm like, what the hell's going on there? I'm talking to people and they're talking shit about a movie, saying how awful it was and how like embarrassing and shit. And then I'm like, you give it 3.5 stars. And it's like, oh yeah, because it was like well made. Like, nah, bro, you're lying to me by giving it 3.5. That tells me you really liked it. But that's just how I see it. Everyone else has a different thing. Like, I'm sure plenty of people will be like, 3-star, you're crazy. 3-star means it was like shit. And I would love to hear, if that's the case for you, I'd love to hear why you feel that way, you know? That's my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this was fun. Let me know if you have any opinions on stuff like this. Bye-bye! Don't forget to subscribe and like the video and comment some shit. Dude, comment just the stupidest shit right now.